That's it. Leave it. Leave it, leave it, leave it. Set. There's a big fish. There's a tank. There's a tank, Miles.
So I had no passport, no Spanish, a bike, and I was on the Mexican border.
This is Miles Sebald. I can guarantee you that there is nobody else like him on planet Earth. I first met Miles back in college when we were part of the same fraternity, the Phi Society. A lot has changed since then.
Oh, yeah!
And Moose has become an absolutely insane cyclist. And I mean insane. He's doing things and going places that very few of us will ever experience in our lifetime. And probably for a good reason.
Mexican boy! Bad boy, bad boy, bad boy, bad boy, bad boy.
My trip is from Dead Horse, Alaska, oil fields, top of Alaska, around like 70 degrees north, down to Ushuaia in Argentina. Probably on month 19 now. I thought it would take 17 to 18 months because I didn't think about anything. I didn't think about stopping. I didn't think about relaxing. I didn't think about cultural aspects. For the most part, I just really wanted to ride my bike.
Buenas.
In the fall of 2023, Miles contacted Erika and me to see if we'd like to join him on his trip. The only requirement is that I had to bring along my fly rod, so we decided to meet up when he gets to Patagonia. Patagonia is the southernmost region of South America, spanning between Argentina and Chile. It's defined by jagged peaks, glaciers, numerous bodies of water, unique flora and fauna, and a down-to-earth culture. My first visit to Patagonia in Argentina was in 2018, and it felt like going back in time, to a parallel universe with a resemblance to the Wild West. South American cowboys, called gauchos, still roam the land as if there are no boundaries. Everything is shared, from mate and fernet to the meat that is raised on the land that people have been connected to for centuries. Spending time in Patagonia in Argentina is about slowing down and enjoying the simple pleasures of life. In addition to the incredible scenery and culture, Patagonia is home to outstanding trout fishing. However, before the 20th century, trout did not exist in Patagonia and Argentina. In 1904, the first rainbow trout eggs were transported from the United States and were introduced to freshwater lakes and rivers for recreational fishing. Brown trout, brook trout, and salmon eggs were subsequently introduced in Patagonia, and fishing for salmonids was born in the region's cold and nutrient-rich waters. Many of these waters are fed by glaciers, giving them a beautiful deep blue and turquoise coloration. A wide variety of bait fish, crustaceans, aquatic insects, and terrestrials are available for trout and native fish to forage upon. With all the food that's available for the fish, my personal favorite approach is to simply tie on a big purple chubby. Now, it's time to get ready for our big journey south to meet up with Miles.
Nice.
Good to see ya.
Time to go to
Patagonia.
Patagonia. Get the hell out of negative 33 degree weather, or what?
Took off the front tire, disassembled my handlebars, took off my pedals, found a box that works. We're gonna wrap up all the pieces, try and throw it in there with my Pioneers and my fly rod.
Every little scratch tells a story, I guess. I don't care if mine get a little beat up. I bought them to ride them, but I just don't like dents. At some point, there's only so much you can do.
So we did it. Bike is in the box. We got all these parts that we need to take down for Miles, because Miles has been struggling with a broken derailleur and really messed up tires. So we got some extra parts for him in the boxes too. Huge shout out to Wheaton's for helping us out and getting us dialed in here. It wasn't easy, but we figured it out, got everything packed, and we are ready to leave on our big adventure down to South America.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, you guys have fun with your trip.
We will.
Look forward to seeing
Appreciate
the videos.
it.
Yeah, dude, for
Yeah.
sure. It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
It'll be dope.
Pretty good sign when they fit in a Subaru.
Yeah.
Success checking our boxes. Time to go through security, get on our plane, and start the journey. Yo, bro.
How's everyone doing?
We made it.
This is crazy.
Yeah, we're here.
We're down here.
Yeah.
We're out here. This is like, it's funny because y'all have Sea Falls, and this is like the Sea Falls of Argentina.
Look at this
Welcome
guy.
to my crib.
Yo, buddy. Good to
doing?
see you.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good to see ya.
Oh, it's been a while.
Yeah, it has.
2 years.
Dude, it has been. That's crazy. You've been biking for 2 years.
Too long? Only like a year and a half, but it feels like 2 years. It'll be 2 years almost. It's like, yeah.
We just got to Argentina. Naturally, the first thing we have to get is some delicious, fresh-made empanadas. Because we're freaking hungry. And it's go time.
Oh yeah. He's got pretty hard. Cheers. Salud. Salud.
Before we leave town, it's crucial that we get these new parts installed on Miles' bike, which has taken a major beating in the last 2 years. It's the bike that started in Alaska.
The pedals haven't had grease in them since like,
Oh my
been
god.
like that since Northern California. So I just like didn't get new ones.
This is after how many miles of riding?
I don't even know. It's like probably 25,000 kilometers, maybe like 20, 30, maybe 30,000 kilometers. Like 2,000 single speed.
Yeah, this thing needs a little maintenance, as you can see. Miles has been going and going and going.
Down
Yeah,
bad.
look at this right here. Oh yeah.
No, sure.
She's been worked a little bit.
This is the worst housing I've ever
Why
seen.
don't you squeeze that front left brake there?
Yeah, it's all the way in. Oh god. Why I like to bike? Oh my god. I like the movement of biking. You know, if you told me a year and a half ago or 19 months ago that I'd say something as simple, I think kind of banal as I like the movement of biking, I'd probably slap myself or I wouldn't believe it. You know, some hamsters need wheels and I'm a hamster for sure some days. I think a bike, like a lot of people, is the first thing I used to get away from home and have a sense of independence. I love the way you can explore an urban space, and a rural space, an ex-urban space, a suburban space, those environments with bikes. And it makes it a lot easier for me to pay attention to little details, especially when you get into a routine. And also because of the dependence on communities and other people. In my opinion, this stuff's only possible if you have generally an uncoordinated support system, strangers who are kind. It's helped me become a more assertive person. And I've had to become more mature, especially when it comes to asking for help. Because with biking, I've consistently put myself in situations where I've needed some pretty serious help from other people. Whether it's, you know, I'm a little bit hurt and I've got to get out of a spot, or I'm in a bad weather situation and I've got to get out of a spot, or I don't know where to camp and I've got to figure out how to bring together a support system, which is a general term for just like, I mean, it could be a llama farmer in the Andes. Can I sleep on your property? I'm gonna buy some cheese, I promise. Buen día.
¿Cómo va?
Bien, ¿y tú?
¿Todo bien?
Bien.
¿Qué soy influencer?
¿Vale?
¿Influencer?
No.
¿Los amigos que les gusta andar con la cámara o qué?
¿Por qué no? Divertido.
Ni hablar. ¿Todo bien?
Sí.
¿Sí? Bueno.
Oh, gracias.
Ok.
Wow.
Mucho mejor, ¿sí?
¿Sí o no?
It hasn't been like this since Ecuador. No, Colombia. It's never been like this. It's never been clean. It's never been good. It's always been bad.
So it's been single speed for the last little bit, eh?
For the last like 2,000 kilometers, which is not the vibe.
Gracias. No, gracias a vos.
Little warm up before we warm up.
Now that Miles' bike is fixed up, it's time for me and Erika to get our own bikes dialed in so we can start our trip south.
God, dude, gears. Oh, it's gonna be, it's gonna be a privilege to use gears again. I'm so excited. These will fall off like 3 times, but that's part of the fun.
There he is.
Gracias. Okay. Listo.
As per normal with bikepacking, within the first couple hundred yards is when stuff starts to fall apart, and then you realize it and you have to fix it.
Even when you think you have a system. Like you think you have a system. You think you know what you're doing. And there's this deity that governs the road that reminds you that you're a idiot.
When I get comfortable and I get happy and I have a sense of community and I have friends and all this like beautiful stuff comes together, and, I realize that not very many people get to be 28, 29, have just enough money to like make some of this stuff work and just like kind of go see all their friends and hang out and see their friends be good at stuff and see their friends care about their jobs. Like, that was the first time I was like, oh, I want one more day. I want one more day. I want one more day. So I just kept spending one more day in so many places, which was a lot of fun because that would have never been something I ever assumed to do. I usually just kind of like to go. It was really fun for the first point in my adult life to think like, oh, I really want to stop. I know I'll go again, but I really want to stop and I really want to enjoy this. It's a lot of simple things that I came to realize and enjoy on this trip.
We are almost 50 miles in. We're all definitely feeling it. Miles, much less so. So we are on the lookout for some food and a place to sleep. We don't want to overdo it day one.
Hi, look at you. He said, look at me strutting my stuff in front of the camera. Such a cute little baby.
You miss Telly.
I miss Telly. But look how cute he is. He's got a little floppy ear. Perrito.
This is like man versus food shit, dude. I mean, this is 2 sandwiches here, just the half.
Are you gonna save the other for tomorrow?
How is it?
Late start today. Day one, we're really beat. Erika and I are barely hanging on by a thread here. But we're gonna eat some food, get to camp, and get ready for day 2. There's trucha. It's a small fish, but I don't care at all. Any bit of success feels like a huge success right now. So couldn't be happier to be out here. We're gonna break camp and hit the road once again on the bikes. Right now it's the heat of the day. The sun is high in the sky. We're sweating. It is hot. We just crossed from the Rio Negro province into Chubut. Oh,
You good?
well, we've definitely entered Summerfest category here. Erika and I are dying right now.
I feel super hot. Even though like 5 minutes ago we dunked our whole bodies in an ice cold river.
We went from no biking at all winter long to getting our asses kicked with a superhuman who's been biking across the entire North America and South America and Central America. So, trying to keep up. Not sure how much longer we can take it.
¿Todo bien? Sí. Ahí, apúrate pedalear. ¿Querés que te lo recargue, no? Para abajo, allá cerca de la policía. Pero debe estar cerrado ahora. Claro. Por el lado tenés todo abierto. Hay como un tipo.
I'm feeling pretty beat currently.
Need more food?
I'm fine. But I would like a large meal at some point.
Yeah.
But I also don't know how much more uphill I can do today.
It's like another 1,300 feet maybe, a little more.
At this point in the trip, Erika and I were feeling in a little over our heads. We were tired and hungry, so we decided to look for camp. There's a town a little ways down a dirt road that we decided to go check out. As we neared closer, we saw crowds of people and heard music. The air was rich with the smells of good food and reggae vibes. Somehow, we stumbled into a music festival. I think we all needed this, and it was a much welcomed treat.
You know, there's one thing we have to take a little picky of.
What is it?
It's the world's worst slide. You want to see the world's worst slide?
Yeah.
Like a child's slide for playing.
Yeah.
It's right over there. It's just splinters, and if you miss the splinters, you pick up one of these nails down here. Oh, you got one of these that's been knocked over, yeah. They don't make them like they used to. Some old guy somewhere is saying that about this.
It's morning time. Sipping on some coffee. We stayed at this little campground here. It's kind of like it's like a hostel, but a campground. It's kind of like a little restaurant and running water, electricity, bathrooms. They even have a fancy little kitchen set up here.
And leftover wine. It's probably vinegar now, but who knows?
We got probably one more day, big day of pedaling ahead, and then hopefully we'll be in an area where we can do some fishing and hang out in a national park, public land, and do some fun stuff and
spend
chill.
Some time not biking and having fun. One of my Canadian friends says that happiness is the enemy of bike touring. So keep that in mind.
number 3 of biking. It's 95 degrees, but we're doing it. We're getting away from the main roads, getting a little further off the beaten path towards some public land and less traveled roads. And it feels like we're getting closer to some good fishing.
Everything's more fun with other people for the most part, especially when you've spent a lot of time alone. Almost everything is more fun with more people. The really difficult part for me personally, that took a fair amount of growth and personal acceptance, was finding ways to make compromises. Because when you do things with other people, it's not going to be everything you like. Until you spend time with those people, and you might find out you like a lot of things that other people like that you didn't initially think that you'd like. And that comes from being a more team-oriented person, which I think is a really interesting juxtaposition because a lot of my bike trip has been alone. A lot of it's just been doing whatever the hell I want. But it turns out when you do whatever the hell you want, I stop liking what I'm doing sometimes because it's lonely. And then I have to reassess what I care about. What do I care about? Sharing experiences with people that I like, sharing experiences with new people. Sometimes it's even fun to share some experience with people you don't like, because it can help you figure more stuff out, either about yourself or other people, and you can use that to develop your relationships otherwise.
It's dead middle of summer here in Patagonia. It's hot as shit, and we've been biking a pretty long ways. I don't know how many kilometers we've gone, but it's a freaking lot of kilometers in the heat.
It's been a lot of highway time, which is direct. So much about cycling, in my opinion, is focused on the data and the stats. It's like,
oh yeah, it's so easy to get fixated.
We went up this far, we went out this far, we went up and out this far. Great. I want to see how many cool fish we can catch.
Yeah.
We can go on some cool hikes, exploring and enjoying E&E.
We got to a new river. Tomorrow's gonna be our first real full day of fishing.
It's been a real long adventure to get to this point. My butt really hurts.
Let's catch some fish.
Camped right next to the river. Unreal spot. Everywhere we've been in Patagonia has been unreal. So it is finally time to get after it. It's so much different than the fishing that we do in the West. This river just is a totally different vibe. The water goes from bank to bank, and there's really not a ton of spots. It's just kind of a consistently flowing river. So found a spot with an island and some features. So I'm gonna start with some dry flies. See what we can do with some dries, see if we can get some fish to come up. Definitely having to send it through the shit to get to the river.
Ooh, that was a send. There's no way I was fishing the river from that bank. It's hard to believe I'm even here right now fishing. The views of these peaks down there are absurd. There we go. Oh, fish on. Super spunky. Fishing is pretty good. Catching a few little rainbows here and there. Miles decided to join us.
Got him.
He's gonna slay a big one. But honestly, regardless of the catching, this scenery and the color of the water, just everything about this is kind of insane. Also, the access is ridiculous because there's thorns and burrs and all sorts of shit that just wants to get you.
You gotta swim across too.
And we had to swim across the
Put my
river.
phone in the top of my hat.
She's a deep one. So we biked from our last camp spot, fished for a little bit, and tried to get up to this lake, and it is absolutely nuking wind, and there's a lot of private land. We can't actually get to the lake, but we found this really cool little stream. Erika is taking a dunk. And I'm gonna walk upstream and fish it.
Shorts finally wore out.
It's actually wade fishing size. And Miles ripped his pants.
Gonna have to make like cut-off shorts.
You probably should.
They're gonna be real short.
Just don't let your hang
This
out.
isn't a family trip anymore. Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, there's a better fish. Oh yeah, baby. Oh. Well, that's a wrap for this zone. Caught a few fish, caught some little rainbows, caught one decent rainbow, and my first brown trout of the trip. As we were biking downstream towards our next destination, we noticed some rainbow trout feeding in deep water along the willows. These fish were happy, but reaching them with a cast proved nearly impossible. We decided to continue on until we could find a gap in the bushes where we could realistically present a fly.
Look at that one, right there. Right there.
All the way to the bottom, eh?
See it?
Yeah, I do. When I got down to the spot, I saw a fish holding deep on the bottom, so I tied on a heavy streamer.
Yeah. Really? No way.
New species on the fly. Never caught one of these before. Not sure what it is, but it looks like some sort of bass or walleye or a mix. But I ate the streamer, sight fished it. That was super cool. working with you, Erika?
I don't know. I think this is some sort of ceviche, but I have no idea what it is. It looks like squid. But it could be a tomato.
Eggplant.
Eggplant? It's eggplant.
I thought it was liver.
No, me too. I was not down with that.
Shout out to Erika and Miles for setting up camp because I was out fishing. We're right next to a river and it's a little bit bigger of a river. Again, really hard to wade. There's a few little zones that I can walk the bank and get some casts in, but a lot of it is covered in willows. It'd be really nice to have a drift boat here. It's definitely tough to do this without a boat or a guide. And I have a lot of respect for the guides and people that grew up here and figured it out because it's pretty hard. Fishing in Patagonia isn't that easy.
Oh my goodness. Dude, it's a big one. Denied. You fly.
Miles, hooked him. It's a big fish. Yeah? Yep. Oh my goodness. Holy cow, it's so strong, dude. Okay, I'm gonna land it here.
Okay, I'm coming closer.
Oh, I need a net so bad. All right, here we go. Here we go.
Baby boy.
Oh yeah. Dude. We're literally 20 feet from our campsite. Woke up this morning and I saw this fish rising over and over and over. So I literally went through my entire fly box. I tried everything. It was only eating small bugs. I literally couldn't get it to eat anything. And then I got one look on a beetle. And I was like, ooh, okay, he wants something a little bit bigger, even though he's feeding on smaller flies. So I switched from a beetle to a bigger ant. And man, this fish just came up and inhaled it. Yeah. Tight. Well, let's drink some coffee.
We biked here.
We biked here, yeah. Just got all you need. We biked here. In a chill way too. Like, we didn't bike here like a crazy amount. We biked here a fun amount. And then we get to have more fun when we get here. And then we have fun after that. And then you guys go home and then I stop having fun. Then it gets bad again. It's been really fun to see Will and Erika care about fishing, care about filming fishing, care about filming biking, care about biking, bringing it all together. This might be a bleep moment, but it's really cool to see people give a f, especially people you give a f about. I think that's a really fun thing too, to see friends be really good at things and really skilled at things. Especially because, at least the way I grew up, whether it was the education system and sports, there's such an emphasis on competition. Where, you know, it can be difficult to be secure and mature and watch people you like or love be really good at things. Now it's like, oh, I'm secure in what I like and what I do. I probably even could have been secure without doing a big trip like this. I definitely know I'm way more secure now. And that helps me so much with just like giving a shit, taking time, taking a step back, giving someone else an opportunity to show that they're good at something. Most of the time people show they're good at something, they're not trying to show they're good at something. They are just good at something. A lot of people don't need to go through this process to appreciate other people's skills and gifts, things they've worked on, things they're proud of. And that's part of the you know, it's individual and it's personal.
This is a real bike adventure.
It's so pretty. So we've been biking along this insanely beautiful river here. This is like the mouth of the river, so it's still really still. It's almost like a lake because the lake's just right there. Water hasn't really started moving yet, but I saw giant fish just cruising this bank here. And per usual, got rigged up. By the time I got rigged up and tied a fly on, fish is gone. So we're gonna patiently wait and maybe see if this fish comes back, but if not, we're gonna keep going downstream. See if we can find something. There's definitely some nice fish in here. Well, we might just want to keep moving and find another fish.
He's coming back. Coming.
Darren, as soon as you got closer, it's going away. It can see you. It can totally see you.
It's gonna stand out here.
It's just eating off of these little like lines of food and debris.
See. Did you see it rise?
Yeah, back there.
Look at all the bugs in the water.
It rose really slowly too in like a pretty way.
Just pull it. Just go for it. Just send it.
Dude, this fish is gulping right in front of me. He's right there. It's a big fish. Oh my goodness. I couldn't tell if it ate my fly or not. Got him. Oh my goodness. Oh, I still got him. Oh, he got me wrapped on something.
After numerous spooked fish, denials, and heartbreak, we decided to head downstream and find some moving water. Our hope was that it may be more forgiving towards us silly bikers attempting to present a fly.
Like my third cast. Wow. He's fighting hard. Oh, they're caddis.
Dude.
Not mad, I'm disappointed. We won the day. That simple. Not everyone won a fish, but we won the day. Had a good time. Gonna go find camp. Plenty of options. Wanna drink Fernet? That's one option. Got some wine too. Some meat and some sweating in our bags for how long?
Like 5 days?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're straight. We're set. Good morning. Good morning, Earth. Another beautiful night, another beautiful morning. I'm a morning person as long as the morning only involves coffee and like listening to music. If the morning is different than that, I f the morning. Different time of day.
Like, it was not sliding around in there like this yesterday. I think it's out in the sun, but look at that. Your ham's not supposed to move in the bag like that. This is lunch today.
This trip has been out of this world. I don't really know what I was expecting, but I think it was a lot more than what I expected in many ways. First of all, a lot of work. It was also pretty enlightening, and another thing that's been really fun that I've realized I really enjoy is team fishing. Usually one of us takes the camera and one of us has the rod, and we'll go fish for fish. And then doing it with Miles was really fun, and it feels like a group team experience as opposed to fishing on your own when you're just kind of in your own zone and you catch your own fish and you don't really get to enjoy it with others. That is such a big reveal when I put my glasses on. I can see the mountains, and they're really pretty. There's some snow up there, some pointy peaks, some clouds moving by. It was all just a blur before. Gonna go to La Tienda and get some meat for dinner, and we're ready to go.
So we have all day here. We're taking a day just to chill. We don't need to bike, we don't need to do anything. It's one of our last days on the trip. So we're just gonna break out the old fly rod. It's always cool when you go to a new stream. You don't even know if there's gonna be fish in it. So we're gonna do some wade fishing, just try and cover some water with the big dry, see what happens. There we go. Brown.
I feel so damn lucky. It's all because
Nice fish. Nice fish. Oh yeah. Oh, it's a rainbow. Oh yeah. Oh, it's so pretty.
Wow, that's unreal. Oh, there he is. Oh. Oh, there he is.
My first Patagonian brown trout. And it's in the tiniest little river, which is my favorite kind of river. It's really challenging to fish the big rivers on foot because you really can only fish like 1 or 2 holes before it gets too deep. So it's cool to be able to find some big fish in a tiny river. Not big fish, but good fish.
Well, we're gonna find the big fish.
We'll find the big fish.
To look at water and to look beyond the water for fish, for habitat. The things that I wouldn't think about doing just biking by.
Oh, that's a fish. That's a real fish.
It's a really great way to interact with the environment. Just for the most part, I just interact with the environment by biking through it. And I also think a really fun thing about slowing down like this is, right, we think like, okay, so you're driving a car, you're going pretty fast. You're just passing a bunch of really interesting things by. You're on a plane, you're going really fast. You're passing everything by. So then you gotta slow down and walk. And then you gotta pay attention when you're walking, when you're fishing. Just like you gotta pay attention when you're riding on the road. You gotta pay attention when you're riding on dirt. Are you gonna hit a big rock? Are you gonna zero hole?
I've never brought my bike to another country or bike toured this long, like for any more than 3 days. So bike packing for 9 days was pretty awesome, and especially to be in a different culture in such a beautiful place. I've learned a lot of things. I think mostly to take time. That's mostly what I've learned from the culture here, is that they really take their time. They're not really in a rush like we are in the States. Everything worthwhile takes time, takes patience. That's probably the biggest thing I've learned.
Oh, good fish.
Oh, nice.
Good fish.
Oh, there's a riser back there, behind that tree in the water.
That's it. That's on his tail. Leave it, leave it, leave it. He looked. That's it. Leave it. Leave it, leave it, leave it. Set. There's a big fish. There's a tank. There's a tank, Miles.
Keep it pinned.
Keep it pinned. That's an actual tank.
Keep him pinned.
What does pin mean?
There you go.
That's a tank. He's gonna run.
Got it. He's the reel in the rod. Like you're fishing for big trout.
Dude, my heart is pounding right now.
Keep him tight. Let him run when he needs to, but keep him tight when he's so reel him in when it feels a little loose, reel it in a little.
Okay.
Here, I'll grab him for you. Pull him. He's through your legs.
Okay, got you.
He's through your legs.
Got it.
Hold this, Erica. Hold this. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Miles.
Yeah. That was insane.
Dude,
That was an old fish.
that's an old fish. Yeah, pretty fish. Wow. That's sweet.
That's sick. That was insane, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really a bike trip. It's a trip that I biked on. And I think I'm too old for a coming of age story. I think I found myself before this, but like, it's about growing up. When you become a more secure and mature person, your life generally gets better, your relationships get better. You start liking more things, you stop being angry. You're gonna need to learn to like other people, you're gonna really need to learn to like yourself. Because you're gonna spend a lot of time with yourself. Because a lot of people that ride bikes don't necessarily love themselves. I do think it's a big community effort. It's just like not nominally a community. It's not just like the bike community or like alternative biking. It's not just like a bunch of bikers coming together to just help each other out. On a trip like this, it's ranchers, and it's people in urban environments, it's lawyers, and it can be evangelicals, and it can be Marxists, and it can be, you know, it's basically whoever you come across. And when you ride a bike across the Americas, you're gonna come across all those people. And it's beautiful, and it's a lot of fun, and sometimes it's kind of freaky. Sometimes it's really freaky to reflect upon, especially when I stop going and take the time to think about what I've been able to do with the help of a lot of other people who've come down to visit and really enrich the experience. Because it's great to meet new people, but there are also a lot of other times when I've not felt like stopping in beautiful places and slowing down just because a trip like this is incredibly lonely. And understanding the limit to what I can tolerate with loneliness has been like a really empowering thing, but I don't really want to push that limit anymore. Here you go, big dog. Smoke up. And I love that I can be with friends in a place like this and slow down and have fun and catch fish and look at glaciers and also see my friends be really good at things. All right, so we're cooking over the fire, doing some asado style veggies, squash. We got meat rocking up pretty soon. But yeah, like the general vibe of the place is, let's put it simply, we got big browns over there in the water, got big mountains up there, and we got like $1.75 bottle of wine from Mendoza, but it's a screaming deal. It's Funky Llama, or F Llama as we put it, and it doesn't miss. It's never missed. This is like bottle probably 8, not of the day. It's about as good as it gets, and if you can find better, don't let me know, because I don't really need to understand that.
Drop in the comments below for Miles.
Drop in the comments, yeah, but like, I don't need to know that.
So we're here at camp. I'm glad we made it when we did, because when we were biking over here, we took this road that goes along a lake. And of course, there's a forest fire going on right where we biked across. And if we'd been a day late, we might not have made it here. And there's all these planes flying over, carrying water, trying to put out the fire.
I've never been able to just like chill and watch a forest fire without there being so much smoke around. It was just clear. It was so close.
Now we're gonna peace out so we don't get engulfed by the forest fire.
I got about 2,235 kilometers left, which is like 1,400 miles over the next month towards Ushuaia, where my parents will meet me, and we'll do a lot of really fun touristic things that I used to think were dumb, but are super nice, like seeing penguins. And again, they're not so much fun alone. And I think it is important for me to have a conversation or talk about, some people call it personal growth, I guess I'd call it personal acceptance. Kind of you end up working on yourself without trying that hard. This is no other option. God, Nike, whoever figured out just do it for Nike. Smart, because it is, in a lot of cases, as simple as that. I'll bike away and not look back.
Okay.
Because it's sad. In a good way.
In a good way.
It's so fucking sad.
Bye, Miles.
Bye, this was a great trip. Thank you so much for coming.
Of course, it was really fun.
Well, thanks for coming, dog.
Bye, brother.
This was awesome.
Dude, thanks for being our tour guide.
Dude,
thanks for showing us around.
Yeah.
Thanks for being my tourist. Ciao.
Ciao.
Nos vemos.
Nos vemos.
All right. Let me know when y'all get to a scout.
We will. We'll send you a picture of our bikes and boxes.
Thank you.
Bye, Miles. We love you.
Love you too. Bye-bye.
He's a free bird.
He's a free bird. Going to fly, spread his wings, reach the end. Buen viaje.
I took 2 cows and I strapped my bike to the 2 cows and just kind of walked alongside. It took one would have done it. There were oxen. I don't know what the plural of ox is. Anyways, that's how I got here. I haven't biked at all. I've just been taking cows and feeding them. I'd never been to Mexico before, at all. So I got a warning about being in Baja from a guy from Tijuana, because the Baja 1000 was running. And the Baja 1000, if anyone doesn't know, shares some similar roads with the Baja Divide. And I was on the course while they were running the Baja 1000 because I didn't even think about that. I just wanted to leave the States. So I was just like basically throwing my bike and jumping off the road pretty often, like day 3 or 4 of my tour of the Baja Divide, and like big like $500,000 trophy trucks ripping by. That was really cool to see though, because motorsport is fun. I do like motorsport. And a lot of this bike trip has been learning things through my own experiences, despite having heard about them otherwise.